Hello and welcome to the paddock here in Singapore. I am here with Rob Smedley and superstar, is that what you called him?
Yeah.
Superstar Robert Kubica.
He's acting like a diva because he's late. He's got all his interviews lined up.
Yeah, I don't like to be late.
Well, you were 20 minutes late coming to this.
Well, we were doing debrief. I think there's quite a lot of stuff going. A lot of corners in Singapore, so the debriefs are long.
And what were you debriefing? Can you tell us a little bit about what was being debriefed?
Well, just how the car was during the P1 sessions. What we need to, there's always a few little problems that you get around here because it's hard on the power unit, it's hard on the car itself and
Brakes.
Yes, and all that type of thing. And then you juxtapose that with you're trying to get all the performance out of it with how you're running the tyres, how you're running the brakes, the balance of the car itself. So there's 22 corners, so as Robert said, it takes a very long time.
Do you know, this morning I was watching an onboard of yours from 2010. You had quite a good battle with the Force India, I think. It's on Formula One's Twitter thing. I saw it. It's a track that you used to enjoy driving at. What did you like about this place?
Yeah, I like it here. It's a demanding track, and I like street circuits. So this is maybe not 100% street circuit, but it is not a permanent track. So a lot of things going on, a lot of bumps, a lot of curbs, a lot of corners, a lot of things that can go wrong, and a lot of things that you have to try to cover them as much as you can, which is very difficult. And tire degradation is important. The way the car behaves, actually the way you choose the setup, it is very important, crucial for sometimes. And yeah, I think the video came from 2010, but I have big advantage because I had got a puncture like 10 laps to go. So then we fit fresh set, and I don't know, I overtook 6-7 cars in 7 laps, something like this.
It's quite impressive to see how much you use that F duct. That was the year, wasn't it? Your arm comes off the wheel to hold the F duct.
Yeah, it was good training because it's sometimes good that people see this because of course with my limitations they think that I cannot drive the car, but actually that year we were driving 80% of the track with one hand, so. Maybe it was good training.
Very good. I believe you have to run away to go do something else. So, do you want to say a fond farewell?
It's 100% his show now.
See you later. See you tomorrow.
Bye. Bye.
Is he going now? Is he leaving?
That's him done. That's it. I think you ought to deduct some wages, really, for that. We should discuss that later on.
I think we pay him.
So how do we think the week is going to unfold? It is a tricky race here, isn't it? I mean, it tends to go close to the 2-hour mark. It is a hard race for drivers and everything. Just the cars are pretty second hand at the end of the race, aren't they? Up and down the pit lane.
Yeah, I think it's one of the there's so much attrition. And there's so many things that you're trying to balance. You're caught between, a rock and a hard place with almost every bit of the car because if we're limited on front and rear brakes in this last session, as all the teams will be. There's always the limitation on fuel. The tyres need managing. There's walls everywhere. It's really bumpy, and you've got this hot, humid condition that sets fatiguing for the drivers. So I think there's a lot to manage, and it's always one of them races where actually if you operate well and just do the sensible things well, you can do quite well out of it. How
are you coping with the night stuff? Does it bother you, the sleeping through half the day and working through the night? Because I tell you what, I've had a shocker this morning because I woke up at 7:30, which was not the plan. Because I went to sleep at 4. And 7:30, my body was wide awake. I couldn't go back to sleep, so I'm fading now.
One of the guys in the team told me that, but I don't know how you can do that. How does that work?
I don't know. I just woke up and went, I'm awake. And I kept trying to go back to sleep, and I couldn't. And I just lay there for an hour and thought, right, I've had enough. So I got up and went to the gym, and just, that's it.
My problem is not is not that side of it, it's the other side, it's waking up. So when I woke up at 2 o'clock, I'd actually had about 11 hours sleep, but it's still really difficult to drag myself out of bed. I like bed.
Yeah, but it's cool though, isn't it, at night? I quite like running the track at night. I mean, I know you've run around here as well, and isn't it quite nice when you run around, everyone's asleep, and you're kind of going, it's like this tunnel that's lit up for you to have a little jog around. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, it is. It is. I mean, I don't know. We're kind of getting into.
Just wander that way because it's getting a bit noisy.
Maybe less interesting things, but I get a little bit. I don't. By the end of the week, I'm glad to go back and spend some time in the daylight.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. So, what's your best Singapore GP memory?
Oh, the best was the first one here, when on the Saturday when we got Felipe got pole position by a huge margin.
Yeah, that was a mega lap.
For the first 10 laps was running away and winning the race, and then Nelson Piquet Jr. crashed into the barrier, and the rest, they say, is history.
So you quite quickly went from probably your best memory to your worst memory, didn't you, in 24 hours?
Yeah, no, it wasn't the worst. I think subsequently what came out of it was probably the worst.
Yeah. So this morning, while I was wide awake, I was listening to a podcast with your old mate Stefano Domenicali.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, you should listen to it. And he was at Ferrari for 23 years, and he still says his biggest disappointment was 2008, not winning the title that year. He says, the Fernando years were hard, but not winning the championship with Felipe because of the engine issue in Budapest and then the pit stop problem here. That was a championship that really got away, wasn't it, from you guys?
Yeah, it was. We lost that championship 100% rather than McLaren winning it. We had the better car. I think on balance we probably had the better driver. We operated on occasion really well, but on occasions we let ourselves down. Here was one of them. The engine exploding on the penultimate lap.
Yeah.
In Budapest whilst he was running the race was one of them. Felipe was running second to Kimi, so he had 8 points in the bag in Malaysia, and he spun and beached it on a curb, and that was the end of his day. There was a whole host of things throughout the year that make it disappointing. I would say I agree with Stefano. He's a good pal of mine. He's a good mate, and
I'm seeing him on Tuesday. I'll tell him you say hello.
I agree with him. Yeah, it was the bitterest disappointment of my Ferrari years.
Well, there you go. On to happier times. Are you... What?
I'm just looking for happy times.
Oh, right, okay. I was thinking about lunch or dinner. Do you want to should we go see what's inside? Because I do actually want to go find the catering guys and maybe have a bit of a chat.
Right.
Come on in. So, around here in Singapore, everything's a little bit upside down, isn't it? With people, the team are coming in and eating breakfast at, lunchtime?
Oh, I get mixed up.
You get mixed up, don't you?
I just get told what to do. I don't know what goes on.
It's like being at home. Well, then I might grab the microphone off you.
All right.
And go and dive into the kitchen and try and find somebody who does know what's going on.
All right, thank you.
Since you don't. Bye. Let's go wander this way. And then Sergey's eating some stuff here. Give us a wave. Or not. If I dive in here. Hello. Oh, it's a busy kitchen in here. Here's Sarah. Hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm gonna force you to talk to us. I know
Okay, good.
You're normally camera shy. You normally run away from us. So I was just saying. I mean, you guys work incredibly hard all season long. Just so everyone knows, they come in first, they leave last. They are the hardest working people here.
Thank you.
Now, it's all a bit upside down here, isn't it? So what are you serving now?
So I think we're doing lunch currently.
Okay,
so
7:10 in the evening.
7:10, yep.
So you're
just
serving
started lunch, especially for guests. We've got 45 today, and the boys are over in the garage. And then we're going to do dinner about 1 o'clock.
And then what time does everyone go?
Probably
Whenever.
may stay for dinner and probably not, but it's mainly for the boys. But
And then when do you come in?
we'll come in tomorrow probably about 12ish.
Okay, so you don't get much sleep
No,
actually by the time you get back.
no, and it's very
from that.
confusing at the moment. Trying to get your sleep pattern sorted.
But do the guys want, sausage, egg, and beans and at 2
always.
in the afternoon?
Yeah, of course. They always
right,
want
okay.
sausage, egg, and beans.
See, I can't get into that. I wake up and kind of eat lunch because it's lunchtime.
I know. It's
awfully
crazy.
confusing, isn't it?
It's so
Are
confusing.
you serving
but we're
them?
just...
Are you giving them options? Or are you just telling them? Because Smedley has no idea what he should be eating, and he says he'll eat what he's told to eat.
That's normal. We just tell him what to have.
Right.
But yeah, everyone's doing all right, I think.
Very good. Listen, you're super busy. I can see you've
so
got lots of
much.
orders
Thank
to
you.
sort out.
See you.
Carry on. And we will join you on Sunday from the paddock here in Singapore.